What's going on, guys? My name's Derek. I like cars and help.
STI.
Well, I'm not good at leaving stuff alone. It's been not even 3 weeks and car's already apart again. I didn't film it, but earlier I decided to tint my taillight panel, and I can't believe I didn't do it sooner because it looks so good. But more importantly, it's a hovercraft. I decided to trade wheels with my friend David, who has an 09 WRX, and he is currently on his way here. Oh, he just pulled up with my new wheels. So as you can see, these are my old, oh, you can't see them because it's dark. Those are my old wheels. This is David. Yeah. They look good on his car. And here are my new ones. So basically this is just going to be me getting them ready, painting them, and throwing them on the car because they're in questionable shape.
Sometimes you gotta send it, man.
So here's some specs for you wheel nerds out there. These are 2008 WRX wheels, stocks obviously. They are 17x7 with a plus 55 offset. So they sit in about 2 millimeters more than my old MBs did. For anyone that cares, those were MB weapons with I think a plus 53 offset. I am running a 25 millimeter bolt-on spacer all around. I hope to change that pretty soon once I get some actual wheels. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and sand them up, get them ready for paint, and then at some point he's gonna have to come back and get them to get them balanced. After that, we'll get them painted and throw them on the car. These are just going to get me by, change up the look of the car a little bit. I actually used to have a set of these on the Outback a year and a half ago. I ran them for like 2 years and absolutely loved them. They look great on the car. Funny thing I've realized with these wheels, they look good on anything that isn't the car they were made for. Alright, forgive me for not filming, but I did decide to just kind of practice on one, just to see how bad it really is. I've gotten this bit smooth, gotten this almost smooth. This is still giving me a little bit of a hassle. But overall, you can see the whole outside rim on every single one of these wheels is curbed or rock chipped or something. So this is gonna take some next level stuff. So I have my Dremel battery charging, and we're gonna go ahead and see what that can do to help my situation.
3 days later.
Alright, I just got my wheels back from getting balanced, thanks to Walmart. 36 bucks for all 4, lifetime. And I also picked up some paint while I was out, and I picked up some new spark plugs for the ST, which will be going in tomorrow once the car's cooled down. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish sanding the wheels, and probably figure out how to get them heated up a little bit because the paint is not wanting to lay as nice as it should. Also decided not to go with black this time. This is what I was gonna do, just a normal gloss black, but decided to be a little bit different. So you'll see what I picked at some point.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so as you can see, it's a new day. I have a new haircut, new clothes. In that last bit, I did film all the, just getting the wheels, stuff like that. And then I just kind of forgot to film painting it. 3 of them got done. They're this really nice metallic gunmetal gray color. I'm really happy with them. They came out pretty good. I gotta do this fourth one today, so I figured I'd try and show that on camera at least. Originally, this upload was supposed to have been part 3 of the Vegas trip, which was not really in Vegas. It was me, Randall, and Alex back here. We went up to Bogus Basin, and you will still see that. I just have to get the footage from Randall. But I figured I had to put something out this week, so here we go. Currently on a mission to the DMV to register Scoob. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I did get a dash cam so I can hopefully record some reviews at some point in the future. It's not the most excellent setup. As you can see, the image is tilted. Don't really have a way of fixing that at the moment. It's just the way the car is set up. But here is some cold start action. I never get tired of that noise. So yeah, hopefully this will be able to let me get some footage while I'm driving in a more legal way than I have in the past. Yeah, come with me on this trip to the DMV. And everything fell over. Well, we hit the speed limit. It only took 16 years.
Let the bass kick in, 'cause we're ready to go. And no, we can't stop now. It's deep inside of our
So, my last DMV experience was in Las Vegas when I originally got the temp tag for Scoob. That was one of the fastest DMV experiences I've ever had in my life. I was in and out in maybe an hour. We'll see how this goes.
A few moments later.
Well, that blew the Vegas DMV out of the water. I was in and out in 15 minutes. However, didn't really accomplish what I wanted to. I came here because I had to get my license renewed because I turned 21 this past Sunday, the 11th. But I didn't realize that they didn't do registration and titling at this office. So I have to go to another one and hope I don't get pulled over because this car is not registered and hasn't really had registration since January 22nd. Well, from this first experience, I'm not a huge fan of vlogging in the rain, but we got plates, boys. She's legal. Just put the tag on, and I don't really think I have a screwdriver with me to get the old bolts off, so that'll be a bit interesting. Gonna go ahead and figure out how to get this put on and update from there.
Later.
Alright, so it's a couple hours later. Went and got some food with my boy Taylor right here. And now it's time to go ahead and paint the wheel. So, since I didn't show video of any of the others, left this one unsanded and unprepped, so I can go ahead and give you some idea what I had to do on the other three. One of them was a lot worse than the others. A lot of curb rash. Okay, so to get this done, I'm going to start off by cleaning the wheel with purple power, and we're going to move on to the sandpaper. I'm going to start with some 180 grit to get rid of the nasty curb rash on it. Move into the 320 sanding sponge, and then some 1000 to finish it off.
You need to send it and put one on this. Big old wang, dude. Big wang on the Subi.
No.
The good old Scoob. Big wang.
You know how people say you ain't down when they're trying to get you to do shit? I ain't down.
You should be.
I ain't. He didn't do a bad job painting them. He just kind of ruined them when they were on the car. Like, this is a decent paint job.
Yeah, that's alright.
Came out smooth. Alright, that's all clean. Time to sand it. I'm gonna pretend I'm a professional painter. I have no idea what I'm doing. But, you know, for a person doing his first painting job at home, this might help someone. David. Shoddy prep work, boy. This whole video is just gonna be roasting David, isn't it?
Probably.
Sorry, bro. Sand shit when you got like no finger strength and then your fingers just cramp up. It's fun. It's not fun.
Try being a painter, dude.
Yeah, at Tanner. Alright, well that's that sanded. Gonna go ahead and clean it up, hit it with the 320 sponge, and then should be good to actually start spraying. Well, this is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. Sanded it with the 180. Went in on the tighter areas with the 320 sanding block. And now, time for paint. Soft iron. Now, I know I said I'd be going to paint, but since it's like 36 and raining, we got the heat gun, boys. So I'm going to go ahead and warm up the wheel first, so the paint will stick a little bit better and kind of dry less weird. Not masking the tire because I decided I don't care anymore. Alright, that's pretty good for a first coat. Gonna let it dry a little bit, maybe hit it with the heat gun. Be back in a sec. Alright, so this is where we stand after 2 or 3 coats of paint. I haven't gotten to the clear yet, because I'm waiting for this to dry a little better. I use the heat gun just to speed the process up a little bit. But I love this color. I think it's fairly underrated. I'm not a huge fan of the whole nozzle situation on the can. I think it could just be improved if it were like a normal spray can. But can't argue with the product. Came out looking pretty good despite not the best prep. So gonna let it dry a little more, put some clear at it. Wait for that to dry and call it a day. Alright, so this is after 2 coats of clear. It's not perfect. The center cap's awful. That's coming back off to get repainted. What happened was I have sprayed a bit too much clear coat on it, and then I used the heat gun and got it way too close and it just kind of crinkled. It's all good though. It's fixable. So, gonna throw it back on the car because it's dry enough, and I'm gonna go home.